And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everyone. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Winfield, Missouri, where we are getting ready to start the second round of the boys tournament. And tonight you're going to see your Elsberry Indians versus the Christian, I'm not sure what their mascot is. It's the Christian somethings. Eagles. Okay, I've got a Christian fan sitting next to me, so he corrected my wrongs. Christian is the number 2 seeded team in this tournament, with your Elsberry team being the number 3 seed. And I apologize for not getting on the air a little bit quicker, but I couldn't get set up as quite quick as I wanted to. Anyway, tonight, the roster for Christian High School is number 1, Reynard Horry. Number 2, A.J. Taylor. Number 3, Donovan Lloyd. Number 4, Chase Heath. Number 5, Rod Gibson. Number 10, Zori Dotson. Number 11, R.J. Horry. Number 12, Dane Bishop. Number 13, Roddy Alexander. Number 21, Austin Kuhlenberg. Number 23, Kalen Black. Number 24, Christian Davis. Number 25, Micah Gill. Number 33, Colby Bolden. Starting tonight for Christian is number 2, A.J. Taylor. Number 11, R.J. Horry. Number 13, Roddy Alexander. Number 23, Kalen Black. And number 24, Christian Davis. Your Elsberry team tonight on the roster is number 1, Cody Thornhill. Number 2, Nathan Reed. Number 4, Stephen Bodecker. Number 5, Eddie Bonstell. Number 10, Shane Lewis. Number 11, Hunter Grills. Number 12, Derek Taylor. Number 14, Garrett Hall. Number 22, Gabriel Hill. Number 24, Jake Reimel. Number 44, Gary Hill. And number 54, Trevor Anthony. Starting tonight for Elsberry will be number 4, Stephen Bodecker. Number 12, Derek Taylor. Number 24, Jake Reimel. Number 44, Gary Hill. And number 54, Trevor Anthony. Okay, as we get ready to start this game here, make sure I have my camera adjusted okay. Kind of got haphazardly set up. And Elsberry controls the tip. Got somebody in front of me here. I can't see very well, but Gary Hill was driving in, lost his footing. And a travel was called on that. So Christian takes over. R.J. Horry with the ball. He gives it over to Roddy Alexander. Back out to Horry. There's a couple of Horrys on this team. The Horry brothers. And a three-pointer's taken, and it's no good. It was an actual short rebound, which is unusual for a three-point shot. And Elsberry gets a rebound from that second attempt shot. Derek Taylor brings it up the court. He's looking to set up a play. He gets it over to Jake Reimel. Oh, boy. He got it in to Trevor Anthony, but the ball was intercepted, and Trevor Anthony picked up a foul. Try to adjust his camera a little bit better. Once again, anybody sitting here listening that would like to help move this camera around, I'm a very pleasant person to sit here and talk to while I'm doing this. So I'd like to help. Long three-point shot there, and it was, okay, that was put in underneath. That was Kalen Black with the 2 points, and he was fouled. Let's see who got the foul. They're showing it as Derek Taylor with the foul. Free throw was no good, and Hill with the rebound. He gets it over to Taylor. He's going to bring it up the court. Christian putting on a press. First thing time, there's Garrick Hill in the paint, and he's got it up and good. 2-2, Elsberry and Christian. Christian pushes it back up the court. And in on the layup, he is fouled. And that foul was on Trevor Anthony. That's his second foul. We're not even 2 minutes into this game, and he's already got 2 fouls. That free throw is good. That is R.J. Horry at the line. I'm sorry, that's Christian Davis. Either I can't read or he switched numbers on me. Second free throw was good. Derek Taylor with the ball. He passes over to Stephen Bodecker. They get the ball up to Hill, and he's in the paint, and he is stuffed from behind. Wow, I can't believe that wasn't an over the back. Here's Jake Reimel on the outside with it. Garrick Hill trying to drive in, and no good. I hope they're not starting the miss. Hope they're not starting to miss everything from inside the paint again. Bo Henry is in there. I had to look at last night's, or a couple of nights ago, lineup to get his number. Elsberry with a little trouble getting it up the court, but they made it. Bodecker's got the ball. And there's a foul there on R.J. Horry. Ball's into Derek Taylor. He runs into a couple of players and get the ball in the middle to Hill, and he's attacked by several Christians. I believe they called a jump ball there, and that turned it over to Christian High School. Christian's bringing it up slowly. Play a little pitch and catch here on the outside. Trying to get a play set up. That's Horry with the ball, trying to direct some traffic, but Reimel's all over him. There's a shot from the free throw, and Derek Taylor up with the rebound. He was looking down court for a Hail Mary pass, but there wasn't anybody there. All right, after all that, something just got reversed. I'm not sure, but it's going back to Elsberry. Jake Reimel will take the ball out. And he takes it all the way out to Derek Taylor. Oh, ball poked away. In for an easy 2 points. That, I believe, was Christian Davis. That makes the score 6-2, Christian High School over Elsberry. All right, right inside there to Bo Henry. 2 points. That layup attempt was no good. Let's see who the foul's on. That's on Trevor Anthony, and that is his second foul. So already Elsberry has 2 players with 2 fouls. First free throw is good. Second free throw is good. Just what I've said before, I harp on free throws, how important they are. And Christian is hitting them. That was Roddy Alexander with those 2 free throws. And that pass was picked off by Christian, in for the easy 2 points and a foul. That was Jake Reimel with the foul. That's his first. That's already 5 team fouls on Elsberry. And Derek Taylor up with the rebound. Christian putting quite a press on. They got the ball into Hill, and he was just taken right out of his pocket. An easy layup for Roddy Alexander. Elsberry calls a timeout. And let's take a break.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
And we are back. Elsberry's going to be taking the ball out of bounds. And Derek Taylor brings it slowly up the court. There's Hill way out there with it. He gets it in deep to Bo Henry, and he pushes it back into Taylor, shoots for 3. It was no good, but Reimel was coming up with the rebound and got fouled over the back. That's only Christian's second team foul. Get the ball out to the free throw line for Hill, and his shot is tipped. But they called a foul. So that sends Garrick Hill to the free throw line. And his first free throw is no good. And there was a lane violation on Christian, so Hill's got to get another free throw attempt. And that one is good. Takes the score 12-5, Christian over Elsberry. 2:55 remaining in the first quarter. Christian for a long three-pointer, and it's inside the rim and bounces out. Derek Taylor with the rebound. That was R.J. Horry that attempted that three-pointer. Garrick Hill has it on the outside, gets it inside to Derek Taylor, and as he's trying to drive, he's fouled. So Elsberry starting to get a little more aggressive down in the paint, and they're drawing some fouls. Get his camera adjusted a little better. Got the ball into Hill, and he's up, and it's good. And he gets the foul. So Hill gets ready for his shot. And it rolls out. But we have a lane violation, so he gets another try. And that one rolls around and falls out too. Christian hurries, bringing it down the court. Takes a shot, and Garrick Hill picks up the rebound. That ball barely touched the rim. Elsberry just needs to calm down a little bit. And there's Bo Henry from right underneath. Easy 2 points. And here's Christian back up again. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Christian really not sure exactly what they want to do right now. They got the ball way on the outside. They're being very, very tentative, trying to get it in. And when they did, they just threw it right to Elsberry. So here comes Derek Taylor up the court. Like I said, just calm down and play your game. Got the ball on the outside to Stephen Bodecker. Outside to Garrick Hill. Bodecker for three. Not quite there, but Bo Henry gets the rebound, puts it up, and it's good. All right, that takes Elsberry to within 1 point. Christian looked at a three-pointer, but didn't quite. Now here's a long three-pointer. No good, and Taylor's up with the rebound. Ball knocked out of his hand, but Hill came up with it. So Taylor and Hill play a little pitch and catch, getting the ball up the court. Get it over to Bodecker. Oh, and there was an offensive foul called. I missed seeing it. I was looking down at some paperwork. I'll have to go back and see the film. And here comes Bo Henry out of the game for now. He's done a heck of a job while he was in there. 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 12-11, Christian over Elsberry. Looks to me like Christian's going for the last shot. The other Horry brother is out there just dribbling around. 12 seconds remaining. They'll probably wait till about 7 seconds and they'll start something. Yeah, they waited till 8 seconds. Three-pointer, no good. And and it bounced out. Hill came up with the rebound, but he couldn't do anything with it. So at the end of the first quarter, 8 minutes played, we have a score of 12-11, Christian over Elsberry. I'll be back.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And we're back. All right, I'm just checking my phone here and make sure that I'm live. And I see we got 13 watching this right now. I'm going to shut that off because that's going to screw me up big time if I try to pay attention to that. So anyway, we got Derek Taylor just across the half-court line. Oh, gave it right to Christian. In for the easy two. That takes the score of 14-11. That's Jack St. Pierre that's out there right now, number 3. Out there, Jake Mound, number 20. From what I understand, those are JV players that are moved up. Garrick Hill tried to force the issue coming up, and it wasn't there for him, but Christian threw it away. So a little bit of sloppy play going on both sides of the court. Derek Taylor over to Mound. And I'm sorry I didn't get the camera over there in time, but that was Garrick Hill up for 2 points, and now Christian moved the ball in and wasn't there. Hill with the rebound. Elsberry could take the lead on this trip down. They got the ball into Hill. He takes it up for it. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. He was all alone right there and did not get the ball to go in. But here comes Derek Taylor moving in. Oh, he just threw the ball up. Very sloppy playing there. Oh, traveled. Yes, that's got to be a travel. As number 13 for Christian, as Roddy Alexander, he took about 4 steps before he moved. Well, once again, 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. And the score is 14-13, Christian over Elsberry. Elsberry trying to take it slow up the court. There's Bodecker back out to Mound, out to Derek Taylor. He looked at a 3. Reimel moves in, and the ball bounces in. That puts Elsberry on top, 15-14. Christian just isn't quite sure what to do with this ball whenever they have to set it up. They're a lot better at their fast breaks. But they're having trouble penetrating. Crowd's really getting into this, the Elsberry crowd. Really, really getting into it. And there was, oh. Elsberry had it for a second, now a 3-point attempt, no good. And it's pulled in by Christian. Here's another 3-point attempt, and it is good. That takes Christian back to a 2-point lead, 17-15, under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Christian still maintaining a full court press. Oh, and it just handed the ball right to him. Easy 2 points. Definite height advantage here for Christian. That ball was tipped. They only got 10 seconds. They need to get it up the court. Timeout called by Elsberry. Let's take a break.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life.
All right, we'll finish that commercial when we come back. Jake Reimel thrown deep down. Oh. Well, I'm glad I didn't have the camera on it. It was ugly. Anyway, Christian has it back up this side. There's Christian right underneath with their 2 points. All right, Elsberry needs to figure out how to get past this press. And there's Hill going in underneath, and he's got his 2 points. 21-17. Christian drives all the way in and draws the foul. I don't know how many that is on Hill. I'm sure it's at least his second. The basket, meanwhile, was no good. No, that's his first foul. That's good. Sure, he's up there for 2 shots. First one is good. Christian has a very good free throw percentage. And again, you've heard me preach over and over how important free throws are. Second shot is up, and it is bounced out. Bodecker with the rebound. He gets the ball to Taylor. Wow, he was triple teamed. They tipped the pass, but it went off of White. Gets the ball into Hill. He turns around and couldn't get the ball to drop, but he does draw the foul. Now, if he could just hit his free throws like Christian's hits theirs. First shot is up, and it's short. Bo Henry comes in. Trevor Anthony goes out. Second shot. And wouldn't have been good anyway. They called it off. I guess there was some sort of a lane violation. All 3 referees called it. So it was obviously there. Christian has the ball out on the perimeter. He looked at a 3-pointer and decided against it, almost threw it away. Over to the right side, 3-point, and it's no good. Bo Henry up with the rebound, gets it over to Reimel. Reimel's going to take it to the house. And what are they calling here? They called a defensive foul. I was hoping that that wasn't going to be offensive because he had his shoulder down into him. But the Christian player was moving. So this should be 2 shots for Reimel. First shot's up, and it's good. Takes Elsberry back to within 4 points. Second shot is up, and it's good. Elsberry's back to within 3 points. Christian's down, they got the ball inside, and their shot is up, and it's no good. And Bo Henry comes up with the rebound. Bo Henry is really playing well this game. Ad ball was almost taken away by Christian. Garrick Hill has it, and he's at. Oh, and they called that one defensive foul too. Wow. Good for Elsberry. That puts Hill to the line. First shot is up, and it's good. Second shot is up, and it's good. Man, I'm glad to see those free throws falling in. That takes Elsberry back to within 1 point. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 3-point attempt for Christian. Oh, wow. That rebound was tipped right over to the Christian player who was all alone underneath. And here's Bodecker going in strong, but his layup would not go in. Christian playing pitch and catch out beyond the perimeter. A little behind the back. And they're going for the three-pointer, and it's good. That gives Christian a 6-point lead. And that ball is stolen by Christian. He's in for the easy 2 points. They're up to an 8-point lead with less than 1 minute to go in the half. Elsberry definitely needs to settle down. There's Bodecker with the ball. He thought about going in, decided against it. 41 seconds remaining. Garrick Hill has the ball out. Gets it over to Taylor. He's being harassed by one of the Christian players. Gets the ball around to the corner to Reimel. He's driving in, and he takes it up, and ball was knocked away. And there's Christian in for an easy layup. 12 seconds remaining in the half. Garrick Hill bringing it up quick. He's, I think, just going to take it to the house. And he's called for an offensive foul. 5.9 seconds remaining in the first half. And that's going to be 2 fouls on Hill. Ten-point lead for Christian. They're going to bring it up fast, and here's a 3-point attempt, and it's no good. Henry with the rebound, but there was the buzzer. Ends the first half of this ball game. The score at this point in time, Christian 31, Elsberry 21. Let's take a break, and I'll be back for the second half of this game.
High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
And we're back here for the second half of this ball game. A little over a minute remaining until the start of the second half. Sometimes they don't always go that full minute. That's why I shut the commercials off and got ready to go. But, yeah, there's the buzzer right there for 1 minute. As you can see, Christian is down here practicing. But they're hitting their points in the paint. Elsberry just getting ready to play. I'm sure they had a real good time in the locker room. Going into this second half, Elsberry's facing a 10-point deficit, 31-21. And they are actually just as good a team. Their free throw percentage and field goal percentage is just not up there, the same as Christian is tonight. Looks like Christian's going to get the ball on the alternating possessions. And they get it in. They take it around, and he looked like he was going to drive it in. At 23 does drive it in, but he misses, and it gets his own rebound. And Trevor Anthony knocked it down, and there was a free-for-all for the ball. Garrick Taylor was there with it. See what they call here. I think they're calling a wet floor. I guess they called a jump ball, and it's possession to Elsberry. So here's Derek Taylor bringing it slowly up the court. He gives it into Anthony. He takes the shot. Christian comes up with the rebound. The ball way on the outside. They're looking to penetrate, but they've had a little bit of trouble doing it. But when there's a long three-pointer. No good. It's going to be out off of Christian. That was A.J. Taylor for Christian. It jumped about 30 feet in the air. But he couldn't hold on to it, knocked it out. So here's Anthony up the court to Hill. They say he needed to get rid of that thing pretty quick. They were going to call 5 seconds on him. Bodecker has it now. They are really guarding the ball handlers close. There's Hill with basically a free throw, and it will not go in, but Anthony got the rebound, and it wouldn't go in. But Anthony caught it before it went out, bounced it off the Christian player. So saved the possession to Elsberry. And there's Christian stole the pass, and they're in for an easy 2 points. Back up to a 12-point lead now for Christian. They got him double teamed, and A.J. Taylor broke up that pass. Joel Mound in the game now. Bodecker into Taylor. And that ball was stolen by Christian. And once again, fast break, 2 points. That ball was intended for Anthony. Hill was going in, dished it off to Anthony, and couldn't handle the pass. And there's the timeout called. Take a break.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
All right, we'll bring it back here. 5:33 remaining in the third quarter. 35-21, Christian over Elsberry. Got to get my microphone adjusted here. He was trying to choke me. All right, figure out what direction they're going to take the ball. Christian gets it in. They're going to be taking their time. 14-point lead, they're in no hurry. Oh, that ball was stolen by Mound. He gets it over to Taylor, who brings it up. Gets it back over to Mound, inside to Trevor Anthony. Out to Stephen Bodecker. Here's Mound again. Into Hill. And he was fouled. That foul was on Roddy Alexander. It's his first. Pass broken up by A.J. Taylor. Get the ball into Hill. Got it out to Anthony. I'm sorry, Derek Taylor. Now he gets it over to Anthony, and it outside the Mound, and three-pointer's no good, but Hill comes up with the rebound. And he's driving the ball in. He puts it up, and it bounces in. That's the first points for Elsberry in this half. Takes it down to a 12-point deficit. See what Christian has to do here. They got it in this time. A little 10-foot shot. No good, and Derek Taylor comes up with the ball. He's just taking it in. Wow. He passed over to Trevor Anthony. And he was fouled before he could go up for a shot. Through all of that, all right, I'm glad you all saw that because I couldn't call it fast enough. A lot of bouncing around, a lot of sloppy play, and in the meantime, Elsberry gets the ball out of bounds. Mound gets it into Bodecker. Bodecker gets it into Trevor Anthony, and he's got it back out. Derek Taylor. See what they call here. Okay, that was a call on Christian. That was a foul against Christian. That's only their third team foul. They get the ball into Bodecker. Back out to Mound. He tries to drive in, and there's nothing there. Trevor Anthony does drive in, and he gets the ball up, and it's good. Elsberry's back to within 10. They just need to stop Christian at this end and slowly eat away. But that was A.J. Taylor for 2 points at Christian's end. Derek Taylor picks up his dribble. And he threw up a prayer. And there's Christian with the fast break. I don't know how many points they've gotten in fast break tonight, but they've gotten a bunch. They're back up to a 14-point lead. There's Taylor. Gets it over to Bodecker, and here's Anthony going in, and his 2 points in the paint. Christian, oh, geez. There was Kalen Black right there all by himself under the basket. Absolutely not another Elsberry player within the same zip code. And another fast break and another 2 points. This is starting to get ugly here. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Garrick Hill has it over to Trevor Anthony, and 2 points would not go in. He's standing alone under the basket, and only his wouldn't go in. Here's a three-pointer. And another 2 points for Christian. They are just decimating Elsberry right now. 18-point lead for Christian. There's Hill, gets it to Anthony. Anthony goes up and he gets the 2 points. Minute left in the third quarter. Christian taking it very slow. They're in no hurry with a 16-point lead. Shot from the free throw line, not good, and it's going to be, they called it out of bounds against Christian. So it's Elsberry's ball. Excuse me while I cough up a lung. Anthony brings it up the court. Reimel with it on the outside, gets it over to Hill. Here's a three-point by Derek Taylor, and it's good. That cuts it to a 13-point lead. Still a lot of basketball left here. Elsberry definitely is not out of this game. They just need to not get shook up. And the ball did not roll in for Christian that time. And here's Gary Hill bringing it up the court. And that is the end of the third quarter. The score, Christian 45, Elsberry 32. Let's take a break.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
And we're back for the final 8 minutes of regulation for this game. Christian 45, Elsberry 32. Christian brings the ball in. Again, they've slowed down the game quite a bit until they get to their fast breaks. There's a shot from the free throw, no good, but they've got the rebound, puts it up and good. Ball in the mound and back to Derek Taylor. Derek Taylor's going to drive it in. Shot was called off. And that foul was against Christian. Ball's into Derek Taylor. He's going to play with it out on the perimeter, and he's looking to drive it in, and there he goes, and nothing there. They get the ball outside to Jake Reimel. He drives it in. And he's fouled. Once again, none of these are shooting fouls. That's 3 fouls on Raynard Horry. Raynard, Mr. Horry. One of the Horry brothers. Ball's into Derek Taylor. He gets it inside to Garrick Hill, but it was slapped out of his hand, and Christian came up with it. They push it up the court. Jake Reimel stole it. Here's Derek Taylor with a rebound. With a layup, and there's a 2 points. 13-point deficit for Elsberry. Under 7 minutes remaining in the game. And that foul, I believe, is going to be against Reimel. That's his second. There's Bo Henry coming out of the game. Elsberry just dribbling it around. They know they've got the lead. All right. Drives it right in there, and nobody around him. That was Christian Davis with the easy 2 points. Derek Taylor getting it into Trevor Anthony, and the ball is stolen by Christian. Another one of their patented fast breaks. And Jake Reimel fouled him on the way up. So that sends, who is that? Number 13, Roddy Alexander to the line. And it rolls in. 50-34. A little over 6 minutes remaining in the game. Second one is in. Here's Christian with a half-hearted, half-court press. Get the ball into Hill, and there's Reimel going in. Trevor Anthony right under the basket, and the ball would not go in, but he did draw the foul. They get it up off the backboard, and it just rolls off the rim. So here's Trevor Anthony up there for 2 shots. First one is good. Winner of this game goes on to play for the championship on Saturday. Loser plays for 3rd place on Saturday. And that shot was good. Winner of this game will be playing Timberland. The loser will be playing Fort Zumwalt East. And that ball took a lucky bounce and fell in. Traveling called on Elsberry. And here's Christian bringing it up. He started to drive in, changed his mind. There was a foul called on Stephen Bodecker. Bodecker and Reimel coming off the court now. Christian brings it in. Back this camera up a little bit so you can see what's going on. And he drives to the basket and gets his own rebound and is fouled. It's a 3rd foul on Derek Taylor. First shot is up and it's good. Christian hasn't missed very many free throws tonight. Second shot is up and it's no good. Good, I jinxed him. But they get the rebound. And the 2 points. They'd have been better off with the free throw. 56-36, 20-point lead for Christian. 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Anthony goes in strong, puts it up, and it's not there, but Taylor Anthony follows up with the rebound and the 2 points. Wow. Christian can get those players in there under the basket all by themselves. Elsberry doesn't seem to be doing anything about it, and they get the points. Meanwhile, Garrick Hill tried to drive in, and it just wasn't there, but he did draw a foul. Two shots for Hill. First one rolls in. And the second one's in. Glad to see the free throw shooting a little bit better. Christian has the ball out of bounds now. They bring it up the court fast. There's a three-point shot, is good for Christian. Who was that? That's Kalen Black, I believe. Gets the ball into Bo Henry and not there. Christian with the rebound, and they're going in strong. And I believe they got a offensive foul there on Christian. Let's see what they call. Yep, offensive on Christian. That was on number 24, Christian Davis. That's his fourth foul. As they try to drop the floor a little bit. A little bit of sweat down there on the floor. That's not a good thing for those shoes. They can go slipping and they could really get hurt. Don't need any injuries. Both these teams have to play Saturday. One of them in the championship, one of them in the third place game. There's Hill with a three-pointer, and it's in and out. Christian with the rebound. Under 3 minutes remaining. 21-point lead for Christian. And he just head faked and put in a slam dunk. And it's Bo Henry down low. And I'm not sure what the call is going to be here. Okay, it's a call against Christian, a foul on them. And the Christian crowd went kind of wild on that slam dunk. Here's Bo Henry at the line. And the first one's good. And the second one is good. Christian brings it up the court, enjoying a 21-point lead with just a little over 2 minutes remaining. He was thinking about a three-pointer. Now there is a three-point attempt, and it's no good. Trevor Anthony with the rebound gets it into Derek Taylor. And he takes it in strong. Tried to get it to Bo Henry, but the pass was broken up. And Christian was going in on a layup, and they walked. So the ball comes back to Elsberry. 1 minute, 51 seconds remaining in this game. 63-42, Christian. And the ball is stolen away from Trevor Anthony. In for an easy 2 points. That was Raynard Horry. And there's Jake Reimel down, and he's got his 2 points. So they're still playing hard, even with less than a minute and a half remaining and a 21-point lead for Christian. Both teams still playing hard. I'll just stay with you here for this timeout to recap what's going to happen. Unless some kind of a super miracle happens, it looks like Christian's going to take this game. And get my bracket out here. I was looking at the girls' bracket. I'll cover that before I go off the air. Looks like for the third place game will be Elsberry versus Fort Zumwalt East. That'll be at noon on Saturday. So I'll be covering that game. Then the championship game looks like it's going to be Timberland versus Christian. And that'll be at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday. And if you're interested in the other games, the consolation game is going to be at 10:30 in the morning on Saturday. That's Warrenton versus the St. Louis Knights. And the 7th place game is Lutheran St. Charles versus Winfield. That's at 9 a.m. And Christian, without having to describe it, Christian's just stealing the ball and getting more layups. 1 minute remaining in the game. And that was Cody Thornhill tried to drive it in. And there was Christian with another 2 points. About a half a minute remaining in the game. 25-point lead for Christian. Ball is out of bounds to Christian. 22.6 remaining. Christian's just going to take their time bringing it up. And that foul is on Joel Mound. It's his first. Ball out of bounds to Christian. They ball handle around, 3-point attempt, and it's good. 3 seconds remaining. Final shot. And that is the end of the ball game. Final score 72-44. Christian over your Elsberry Indians. So, like I was saying before, now we have Christian and Timberland's going to be playing for the championship at 1:30 on Saturday. Fort Zumwalt East is going to be playing Elsberry for the third place game. That'll be on Saturday at noon. And at 10:30 a.m. will be Warrenton versus the St. Louis Knights for consolation. And at 9 a.m. is Lutheran St. Charles versus Winfield. And that's for the 7th place game. Now, I will be back tomorrow night for the championship game of the girls. That'll be featuring your Elsberry Lady Indians playing against Lift for Life, which is a very good team also. And that'll be at 8 o'clock tomorrow night that I'll be broadcasting that game, so listen in on that. The rest of the girls' bracket is going to be Trinity versus Fort Zumwalt East for third place. For consolation, it's going to be Hannibal versus Winfield. That's at 5 o'clock Friday, and Friday tomorrow. And at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon is North Tech versus Christian. But as far as we are concerned, I'll be back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, right on the air, and you can listen to everything I have to say, whether you like it or not. So this is Kenny Masterson for the Indian Sports Network, and I am signing off until tomorrow night. Good night.